Hi guys, John here, Forex Fire Smart Money Concepts, and this is just a brief short video which I'm going to be uploading onto the Facebook wall, which obviously you're seeing now, and into the Discord channel. Okay, so we've been briefly speaking on consolidation and equal highs, equal lows, identifying those zones. Okay, I'm actually in a trade at the moment, which is a Great British Pound JPY, which is healthily in a little bit of profit. And these sort of zones, okay, the consolidation where you get the break structure 1 and 2, and then they push on the what's the word I'm looking for? The impulsive side, the impulsive leg, which is the strong move. Okay, before when you draw the fibs out, when you get the breaker structure, I'm just going to go over a video and quickly show you this. I don't expect you to take this on board and know it straight away, but it's the sort of fears that I'm going to sort of teach you guys to get towards eventually. So I'm just going to show you a little bit more into the advanced stuff for where I'm at the moment, and eventually this is where you guys would end up becoming as well. Okay, so just going to share my screen. So you'll see here, okay, we've got the Great British Pound Japanese Yen. Okay, guys. Now, if I just pull this in, you'll see on here, we had a downtrend, okay? Very strong downtrend, okay? From there, we have had a low. Let's just get this off here a minute. Get this up here. We have had a low, okay? We've created a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, and it's still on the incline, okay? But if you look deeper into the structure of this, okay, you will notice where we have the low and the lower high. If you look up and to the left, we've created a high point from here, okay? So what this means is we have had a breaker structure, okay? So what you do when you get that reversal of the trend, you can pull out the fibs from the low up to the high. Okay, guys. I'll just get this on here. And we would have just here missed the entry to maybe a pip. As you can see, you have had right on here. Within that structure, you've got the A. The B is where you buy, okay? And then the C is the new higher high. Okay, guys, just to identify these for you. Okay, so that is the beginning of phase 1, what we call phase 1. Okay, guys, so just get rid of that. And as you've noticed, when we go up here, just have a look, we'll get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, we'll get rid of all these other bits. So we've identified a breaker structure, and then we are in the push up. Okay, so what you've got in essence right here, I'll just use the arrows for this bit. You've got in here our consolidation. You've had the breaker structure 1, okay, from there. You've had the breaker structure 2. From there, you wait for the push back down for the bankers with the fibs, and then we go into what we call, this would be called phase 1, okay? This is phase 1, okay? Then we pushed up, and then we went into consolidation here, okay? This here is then, let's get rid of that. This here is then what we call phase 2. Let's get this here. Get this up here. So this is phase 2. We've had our consolidation. We've had the push out, the push up, the push down, and then we've got the impulse move, okay? And as you've guessed it, guys, we've got a 3-pin drive here, okay? And we go up. This is phase 3. We've come up into another impulsive move into consolidation. We come back down to test the area, I've getting in on a bankers on this on this trade here, and at the moment I'm sitting at around about I've had about 30 pips. I'm in around about 10 pips of profit at the moment. However, I'm expecting this to sort of push up to this strong area here, which is the banker candles on the upside. So I'm expecting this big push up. Little bit of movement, okay. And then we might see a movement back down to where we need to meet in balance. Okay, guys. So that's a little bit more in-depth look of where I'm at in my sort of trading. This is where we'll get you guys sort of evolved and into over time. Again, it's not going to happen overnight, but what we need to do is, if we go to the Discord channel, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a look at some of the stuff you guys have been submitting. And again, it's all about taking these little steps. Okay, guys, it's all about taking those little steps. And from what I've been seeing, you're identifying these structural moves of the consolidation period. Okay, so just go into here, into the members chat area, homework section. Let's have a look. We'll start from the top. Right, so this was mine. This was mine that I submitted the other night. I identified a break of that structure here. Okay, so we've got a new higher high. We've got a lower high, a higher high, because we beat this. We'll come back down. We hadn't broke structure, so we've still got that lower high. We're in the momentum phase. Okay, we got the momentum phase and the impulse. That impulse move came on this big strong leg here. We then entered the accumulation consolidation phase. Okay, we are now coming up. We broke the structure there. We started entering into a trend reversal. As you can see, as we pushed up, we come down. We didn't quite break this area here, so this become a lower high, a higher low. Sorry, this will be a higher low. We come down and push back up again. We are now confirmed into a downtrend because we've got this flag pattern coming down. And then once we've got the flag pattern coming down, we then went into a big impulsive move on the downside again. So that was my contribution to identifying a consolidation zone on the daily. Now, I asked all you guys to submit these on a daily because we're going to start from the top and then we're going to work our way down. Once we identify these on different time frames, we are then going to take it up a notch with regards to sort of identifying the breaker structure, not just on the equal highs and equal lows, but we're going to identify these breaker structures and trend reversals once we are out of these areas. Okay, guys? So again, some powerful stuff coming soon. So then I had Phil. Yeah, great one from Phil Clark. Yeah, identified this. We've had our push down. We've come up. And again, guys, these equal highs, equal lows don't have to be precise and spot on to the touch at first. You just need to learn to trap the zone of price. Okay, so Phil, you've got that spot on. Let's have a look. Marina. Again, good work by Marina. She's got this as the watch box. Nice analogy there. Creating the roof and the ceiling and then the floor as well. Remember, guys, these are daily candles here. So this has been in quite some consolidation over a course of quite some time. So well done, Marina. Eric, let's just take a look. Eric, spot on, mate. Again, bit similar to what Phil had. I noticed you put that in the post. Again, we've had the big push on the upside. And then we've had the push back on the downside. Then we've come back into the zone. Now, if you see, it's very symmetrical to where the opposite side is. Okay. And this is the powerful thing with this. The fib levels, the zones, and everything else I'm going to be teaching you guys. You will see every time you price trap something, and I'll urge everybody to do this. Every time you price trap something, always go back to the left on the chart and see which areas on there have sort of have met that price trap. And not only that, when you're drawing out your fib levels as well, and you've got those TP areas of the 0.272 and the 0.618, put the horizontal line on those areas as well and look to the left and see if there's any areas of imbalance or equal high, equal lows that have been met to sort of give you the confluence and extra confirmation of those being a significant area for you having that as a TP area. Okay, So from there, a little bit of banter in the group from Phil. And welcome to Finn. Welcome, Finn. I hope you enjoy the group. And again, this is all about the community and helping each other with our progression, okay? Because we all learn from each other. From there, Mike, Big Mike, let's have a look at yours. Yeah, absolutely spot on. The nice downtrend. We've come into the accumulation consolidation phase. And Mike's gone that one little bit extra. He's identified the first part of the breaker structure. So spot on there from Mike. John Marsh, let's have a look at yours. Yeah, we've had the big push up, the impulse move. We've come back down and entered an area of slight consolidation. And then you've got the breaker structure here. And again, this is done on the daily. So there's a considerable amount of price action or liquidity going within that area, as you can see. Because again, guys, it doesn't matter what time frame you were on. Price, that you must get this in your mind. Doesn't matter what time frame you were on. What counts is this part here. Price will always be the same. Doesn't matter where you are on the charts. It's just fractal, okay? You're just breaking it down and you're examining the areas, okay? A bit like what you see is it when you get these CT scans or an MRI scan, it takes a 3D X-ray and it allows the medicals to sort of break down different areas within the part of the body that they're scanning. Just think of that as the analogy of that, okay? So scroll a bit further down. Eric has kindly put another one in there. Again, down phase into the accumulation, accumulation consolidation, and then the push out. Right? And again, guys, when we get the push out of this consolidation of the first part of the signature move, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't just go breaker structure 1, breaker structure 2, and then bang, you're in on the trade. It may be a considerable bit of time before you will eventually get these banker areas hit, okay? Just when you get the breaker structure 1, obviously on here, you've created a lower and a lower high and a lower high, I should say. Again, from here, you've had the push up, and I can identify from here, we've now broken all of these structures, okay? So my preference on this would be to mark this one here, because you've got the high break in that structure. You've come down, okay? You've come up, and then you've pushed down break in that structure. So my identification then would be this as a banker's area and this as a fib level to go to. I hope that makes sense. From there, Janet, let's have a look at yours on the daily. Yep, so we've had the push down, the push up, into some consolidation phase, came up and retested the equal highs, and then it shot back up again. So this would be the breaker structure 1, all good. Again, I would like to say a little bit more within the phases on this as well, to be fair. Marina, let's have a look. You've got your watch box there. Again, you've got your entry phase. What I like to see from my trades, guys, and I go back onto this sort of stuff, I like to see a nice big push, okay? A nice big impulsive move, then entering the phase, okay? I don't like to see a little bit of choppiness and then into the consolidation. I like to see this very much so on this maneuver. I like to see the A, B, C, which is what I expect to be the big move, you see? A, B, C. And what you'll see from the B to the C on the impulsive move is normally double the length of the start to the A. Okay, guys? So a little bit more of a golden tip for you there. Let's just get rid of that. Go back on the homework section. From there, I submitted, yeah, I was just telling you, you've got the floor and the ceiling, equal highs, equal lows in the BUS areas. Fantastic. And again, we've got Stuart Chapman identifying the areas here. You've got the push up here. We've come slightly from this area here. I would have said was the floor. Yeah, you've got the ceiling, the floor, high, lows, and breaker structure areas. I marked this up as well just to help. Okay, we've got the consolidation. We've had the push up, the breaker structure. This would then become the bankers. We've come down on an incline, and then we were waiting for this on this trend to come back up to test this area to get you in on the trade. From there, Colin, let's have a look. consolidation. Yeah, we've had the push, we've come down. Again, I'd like to see a bit more movement between the ceiling and the floor on these. But yes, you got this right, because we've had the impulsive move on the up, breaking the structure, and then we've come down to test here. We've come into the bankers area on the fibbed area, and then you've come back down to the TP imbalance of this. Yep, absolutely spot on. And we've got Sam. Let's have a look. Yep. Uptrend, well done, Sam. We've come up, and then we've entered this accumulation consolidation phase. Slight break of structure there, so that's spot on as well. Just give a thumbs up on that. Let's have a look. Let's give it a flame. That's spot on. Mike Story. Yeah, another one. And these are coming in thick and fast, guys. Thank you very much for sort of giving these in. You've had the downtrend back into consolidation, break a structure on the top, and then we come down, break a structure on the bottom. We're just waiting to come back up to retest, where the bankers area will be this here. Okay, so another flame on there. Sam, yeah, you got that spot on. You got one or two on here, Sam, I can see. Is this on the daily? Yeah, got this on the daily. So we've had the push up, the push down, consolidation phase, break a structure on here. Once you get on these guys and you're doing this on the daily, you can sort of drill down your time frame, okay, and sort of get a tighter entry. So on this here, on the daily, once you break this down to something from the daily, drill it down to maybe the 4 hour, okay, that'll break your structure down into 3 or 4 candles within this area, and just see where you are with regards to a tighter entry. And then if you need to, drill it down again from the 4 hour to the 1 hour, and then from the 1 hour to a 15-minute. But we'll be going over that in due course. So well done on there. That's 2 flames for Sam. And that's it, guys, okay? So again, let's just take a look where we are on this here at the moment. I'm in a slight bit of profit at the minute. I'm in around about 20 pips of profit. Again, guys, on this one would have been a risk to reward of 1 to 7.6, okay, for me. Pips wise, if I try and see this out, 230 odd pips. I'll possibly close this out with 50 or 60 pips, to be fair, or just move to break even and let the profit ride. So there we have it, guys. Let's just have a quick rundown on some of the reds, see where we are. Hasn't quite ended. Red list. OGPY. Again, I think we're into, as you can see, we're in another consolidation phase here, pushed up. So this one, I think we can close out now. We'll close that out. That's the Euro GPY. Let's get rid of that. Or GPY. Now, this is what I was looking at this morning when I was in bed, right? So this come out in a harmonic scan. So we've got an X and a B, a C, and a D. We are expecting price. Okay, we're expecting price to push down. Okay, now a little bit of more secret sauce. Excuse me. Or JPY. Right, or JPY. So what we'll do is we go up on the daily, check where we are on the trend for the daily. Okay, you can see on the daily we are very much in an upward trend. Okay, even though on the hour we're coming down, we're in a very strong uptrend in the daily. Okay, so this is top-down analysis for you for the first time. We drill this down to the 4 hour, see what's happening within the 4 hour. Bit of choppiness, because as you can see on the daily, we have all the green candles pushing up, okay? But as we break it down into 4 hour, this is where it becomes fractal, right? So we've got the 4 hour. Again, we're very much up in an upward trend. There's not really any candles on here to say that with many corrections coming back down on the downside, although we are expecting this to come on the downside. From there, knock it down to that 1 hour. And again, this is very much still on an upward push, okay? So this is where I sort of looked at this area. looked at this area and I marked this out on the candles. Okay, so to here to break. Wasn't quite there when I did it at first. I think where the auto correction was, it was here. Yeah, there we are, guys. So I did the fib because we had a break of structure down here. Okay, this give me my money zone. Let's just see if I can get this in a bit tighter. This give me my money zone, okay, as I call it. There we are. And I'm expecting, even though this is a harmonic pattern, the price is going to come down. The daily trend and the 4-hour trend tells me this is still on a push up. So what you're seeing on the hour, okay, is just a slight correction, okay? So you're still getting the push, 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 push. And you can see from this candle here, it's still pushing up. I'm waiting for this to enter this area here, okay, with a little bit of a deeper discount. We went over the fibs the other day on the fib levels on a premium area and a discount area. Have a look in the Discord channel for that under the trainer module. So I'm expecting price to, let's see if I can get a hold of that. No, I can't. So I'm expecting price to come up to touch this before it makes its true move, which will be down to the imbalance area of here. Again, risk to reward of 1 to 6.4. Again, guys, the parameters on this, I'm just going to put this on here for you. We've got an entry. In fact, I've got this set on my phone, so let's have a look. I've got an entry of 76.230. SL of 76.530 and TP, very strong imbalanced TP area, 74.330. Okay, so that's the parameters on this. And just make that a bit bigger. Put that there. So again, guys, just write that down, pause the video, play it back, and then you could have this on the odd Japanese yen. Again, only risk 1% as always, guys, and that's it for that one. Euro odds. We've got nothing on there. Drawn off, so we can get rid of that. Odd NZD. Again, this is one that we were looking at just the other day. This was a 2 for the price of 1. Stuff you can get into when you get a bit more advanced and learning the breaker structure a bit more. We've got this played off. I did move my stop loss a bit to counteract this area here. Okay, this area here as a stop loss that low. We come down. We didn't quite hit the stop loss on the break. We come up, hit in this area here on the bankers. So we got some pips there, which was around about 40 pips. We entered on the bankers up here again, and then on the down move, we are expecting around about, let's get rid of that. Expecting around about, from a 12 pip stop loss, a risk to reward of 1 to 8, come back down to the bankers or imbalance area of around about 100 pips. So 40 pips going into the 100 pips. And at the moment, we've bagged the 40 pips. And so far, this has come down to give us around about 20 pips, but it's went back a bit to around about 15 pips at the minute, okay? So we'll keep an eye on that NZD card. Let's have a look. It came down and entered, but it stopped us out, unfortunately. This stopped us out. Maybe I wasn't looking at this area too much. If I'd set this area to here, to be fair, I think we should have entered from there, to be honest, and then we might have still been in this trade. And hindsight's a good thing, but hey ho, we live and learn. If we had done, we possibly could have had around been bagging ourselves about 20 pips at the minute. CAD JPY hasn't come down to test. However, We broke this structure from here. So I'm just going to break the fibs out and do it from this area here up to here. We could get a re-entry. If this does not go down to the downside, we could get a re-entry from here, pushing us up to the 272. Okay, let's do that. And again, some of these that I'm drawing out, I'm doing them for education purposes, just to show you guys. We'll see what happens on here. I'll just minimize that out. Get rid of that. And we'll see if this pushes down to here to push up, okay? So expect the push down to push up. USD, Swiss franc. And again, you can see we're seeing that. There's in fact there, that's where that high part is, okay? We've come down. See, I always go on about this. A, B, C. You see we had the touchdown here. See the wick, guys? So that would have been a successful trade as well. Just going on the normal breaker structure, which is the easiest way to trade these, to be fair. Just out of curiosity, let's see what the risk to reward would have been on that. And it surpassed the 618, to be fair. So fantastic trade this would have been. It went down to a 1 to 8, but again, you only need the 618 or the 272. So that would have been a successful trade should we have taken it when this was marked up. Again, it's not always about taking trades. It's about practicing drawing these areas. And I must stress this enough. Practice draw in these areas, right? With what I'm teaching you. Document what you're seeing. Learn the structure. See what you're comfortable with. Practice with it. Do it on demo. Do a few trades on demo and see where it takes you with it. Don't go straight into live trading this sort of method. Learn the structure. Learn the maneuvers, okay? Learn to identify the patterns, and then we can take it to the next step from there. And one last thing. Just take a look. Great British Pound, NZD. We've got anything on here? Not quite. Other than trend line. Do a fears along here. A fears along here. So we've had the breaker structure here at the moment. Okay, we've had the impulse move. We haven't quite broken structure here, although we have there now. You see on here? Look to the left. This bit here. Let's mark it out. We'll just put a horizontal line. We've broken structure from there. So what we can do, which is drilling at this a bit more. Draw the fib. Down to here. We could be getting a push up. A push down to the 272. Let's mark out these lines. There's one. There's two. Let's get rid of that one now. Look to the left. And look at there, guys. Look where this is going. You can't make this stuff up. You've got your push. You've got your push. Okay. And as you've had that impulse move, look what's happened. You've entered the consolidation phase. So this, guys, it happens over and over and over again. Just get this onto the crosshair. So this could be another good pattern or another good maneuver. Let's get on the money. Let's put this on the money zone. And what we'll do, we'll let this play out. We'll see what happens. See if it comes back to respect that area. And we'll take it from there, guys. And again, it's all about practice, practice, practice. Just mark these up. Have fun doing what you're doing with these. It can get what's the word? It can get discouraging at times when it's not playing out. But believe me, the more you go on the charts, the more you practice, the more you put these and identify the areas and trying the fibs. It's all about trial and error, okay? I'm here to help you at the end of the day, okay? Don't worry about messaging me, putting things in the community, putting things in the group. I will always, and I say this from the bottom of my heart, I will always get back to each and every one of you when I can, okay? So if I don't answer straight away, I will do eventually. It's all about getting used to identifying structure, the phases, the market moves, how to mark them out, where to mark them out. Once you can identify the structure and them patterns and where their parameters are, your entries, your stop loss, and your take profits will be like that, okay? So it's all important about learning the different phases and the different structure at this time and moment, okay, guys? So I hope you found that quick little session just off the cuff, very interesting or informational, or it's just giving you a little bit of a light bulb moment. Watch it back as much as you want. If you're seeing this for the first time from my wall, okay, just reach out to me. I can get you inside of the community of the Discord channel right now. I'm just going to share my screen and show you guys. It's right here, okay. I've got some great training modules. Okay, we've got the welcome page. I go over identifying bankers areas, breaker structures, breaker structure, second part, I'll give you some more Fibonacci levels, which levels I use, imbalance areas, what they are, how to understand them and how to use them to your advantage, equal highs, equal lows, trend analysis. I do a trend analysis and putting everything that I've taught you prior to those sections, putting it all together. And then I go over another one, putting it all together, part 2. I then go on to show you there's these signature moves, these signature patterns. And I also have a great area for some cheat sheets with the Wyckoff methods and other things and things like that. So there is plenty of gold, plenty of knowledge, and a plethora of other traders that's learning and being on the same path, the same journey, and doing this together, guys, okay? So again, get yourself plugged into that. Ask to join. I'll get you into there straight away. If I do send you a link and it becomes invalid, it's just because Discord do refresh the links every so often. And then from there, we'll get you plugged into the community, get you introduced to everybody, get you involved in that training module, and then you can start your successful journey by using the homework section and helping you train your eyes and train your mind and your brain to identify the structure, the phases, and then we move you on to looking to identify the areas of entry, take profit, and stop loss. Okay, guys? So thank you very much. And we'll possibly be doing another video later on tonight. Okay, guys? Thank you.